Tejas Academy classes. So let's start the current affairs session of today. So we can see the part 1 of our current affairs in the YouTube, and the second part you can see in our app. So in order to view the second part of our current affairs, download Tejas Academy app and view the remaining part of our current affairs. So Asia's first floating festival, okay, that is called Gandhi Sagar Floating Festival at Mandsaur, Madhya Pradesh. Remember the state Madhya Pradesh. See, along with this floating, as a word we got the floating, let us also see about floating national park in India. What was the floating national park in India? See, the world's only floating national park means what? You have water completely, you have here fumids, the plant organisms that are present, they are called as fumids. Fumids are like plants untai, okay? They are called as fumids, plant-like organisms called as fumids are present there, okay? And this is the national park. This is called as Kibul Lamjao National Park. That is national park on water, floating national park, okay? There is Kibul Lamjao National Park, which is present at Manipur. It is present at Manipur. Remember this. Next, Kala Ghoda Arts Festival. Okay, recent days if you see, there are many festivals, crafts festival, food festivals, fruit festivals. Ante kada manam news lo enti, we are seeing about fruit festivals, craft festivals, literature festivals, right? Okay, food festivals. So these are all in the news recent days. So celebration, okay? So we are celebrating every aspect of our culture in one or the fruit festival, crafts, literature and food. Okay, and arts, I mean any different types of arts, music festivals. So these all festivals are celebrated in India nowadays. Every state, one or the other, always in the news about the festivals. So Kala Ghoda Arts Festival it's Mumbai. It's a Mumbai's iconic arts festival here. So what is happening ante ikkada em jarugutundante, for almost 9 days, 500 plus events jarugutu untayi. Okay, related to the arts. So since 1999 February, 9 days varaku ee Kala Ghoda festival anedi jarugutuntundi. It is conducted by Kala Ghoda Association which is formed in the 1998. What is the main theme? To preserve the heritage and art of district of South India. Okay, to preserve the heritage, mainly to preserve the heritage of this country, the heritage of the region, they celebrating this festival. Okay, so to preserve the heritage, that is the main theme of this Kala Ghoda, okay, festival, and art of South India, South Mumbai. Okay, so preserving our art, preserving our heritage is the main theme of conducting all these type of festivals. Okay, understand that. What is the main significance of conducting or celebrating such festivals? And to preserve, to restore, to celebrate the heritage, the art, the culture, the tradition, or any significant aspect that is related to. Okay. Next, one more you can see. Okay, Surajkund International Crafts Mela. This is about crafts mela. Okay. Next, recently also we have seen KVIC in Mumbai. It also conducted, right? KVIC also conducted textile festival or textile showcase exhibitions started and recently chadivam manam. There is Khadi Village and Industrial Corporation started this one and chadivam kada. So similarly this is also related to the crafts mela. Okay, so Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has inaugurated this at Faridabad, which is in Haryana. So Surajkund International Crafts Mela ekkada jarugutundi anante, the answer is Haryana, that you have to remember. And this year it is the 36th Surajkund International Crafts Mela. Next, okay. So what is the partner nation for this Surajkund festival? It is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Manam previous current affairs lo chusamu. Shanghai Cooperation Organization, this year the presidency, the chairperson is going to be the India, right? It is going to be organized at New Delhi, India. So India this year G20 presidency, SCO presidency, okay? So that's why they have the partner nation for this one is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, okay? The theme state is northeastern region. Okay, northeast region is the theme state. Next, so about Shipping Corporation of India. First, let us understand what is the news about Shipping Corporation of India. So Manjit Singh Saini, okay, he has become the new director for Shipping Corporation of India. So what is Shipping Corporation of India? Means Shipping Corporation of India was established on October 2nd, 1961. Okay, headquarters is at Mumbai. Headquarters is at Mumbai. So previously manaki emundindante Eastern Shipping, okay, Eastern Shipping Corporation, Western Shipping Corporation అనేవి రెండు ఉండేవి separate. So అవి రెండింటిని amalgamate చేసే Shipping Corporation of India అని పెట్టారు. Because you know India having a coastline of almost 7,517 kilometers, right? So that's why Shipping Corporation of both West and East are merged to form Shipping Corporation of India. Okay, and Ministry of Shipping is formed in the year 2009. Manaku Ministry of Shipping eppudu form ayindi? 2009 lo form ayindi, right? So Manjit Singh Saini became the next director of Shipping Corporation of India. Next, so mission for the welfare of particularly vulnerable tribal groups. ఇది మనం రీసెంట్ గా బడ్జెట్ లో చూసాము, particularly vulnerable tribal groups గురించి. ఓకే, ఈ particularly vulnerable tribal groups అంటే ఎవరు? మనకి ఇండియాలో we have tribal groups, scheduled tribes, right? ఈ scheduled tribes లో okay, backward people of scheduled tribes are called as particularly vulnerable tribal groups. అంటే ట్రైబల్ scheduled tribes లోనే ఇంకా మోస్ట్ బ్యాక్వర్డ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళని ఏమంటాము? particularly vulnerable tribal groups అని అంటాం. యాక్చువల్గా 1973లో there is a commission called as a DEBAR commission. ఈ కమిటీ ఏమని చెప్పిందంటే scheduled tribes లో మోస్ట్ బ్యాక్వర్డ్ ట్రైబల్స్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళని ఏమనాలి అంటే ప్రిమిటివ్ ట్రైబల్ గ్రూప్స్ గా పిలవాలి అని చెప్పడం జరిగింది. అండర్స్టాండ్? 1973 there is a committee appointed called DEBAR committee. ఈ DEBAR committee ఏం చెప్తుందంటే ఓకే, ట్రైబల్ గ్రూప్స్ లో బ్యాక్వర్డ్ ఉన్న గ్రూప్స్ ని ఏమనాలి? ప్రిమిటివ్ ట్రైబల్ గ్రూప్స్ అని అనాలి అని he termed a name and suggested for the reforms for enhancing the economic position of these primitive tribal groups ani he proposed for it. Later in the 1970 in the year 2000, okay, 2006 what happened is these names were completely changed. Okay, primitive tribal group ni kaasta emannam particularly vulnerable tribal groups ani antunam. Today in India if you have 705 tribal groups unte 75 are the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. How many are there? 75 particularly vulnerable tribal groups ayi unnai. So budget lo em propose chesaru ante in budget they have proposed, okay, in budget particularly vulnerable tribal groups ki sambandhinchi oka separate development mission ni, welfare mission ni start chesaru. Manaku 7 సప్తరిషిస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా బడ్జెట్ లో. దాంట్లో the one is the okay, reaching the last mile అనేది కూడా ఒకటి ఉంది. One of the 7 priorities, right? And one of the 7 Saptarishi priorities of union budget, one priority is what? Reaching the last mile. దాంట్లోనే మనం ఈ ఓకే particularly vulnerable tribal groups mission గురించి, welfare mission గురించి మాట్లాడుతాం. ఓకే, so how much allocated? 15,000 crore for 3 years. For coming 3 years 15,000 crores budget ni they are trying to benefit, and they wanted to benefit 3.5 lakh tribals of India. Okay, they wanted to benefit 3.5 lakh tribals of the country. Okay, that is particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Okay, next, okay, so 75 tribal groups as I said that. Okay, సో వీళ్ళని ఎలా గుర్తుపట్టాలి? క్రైటీరియా ఏంటి అంటే మనకు ఆల్రెడీ స్కెడ్యూల్డ్ ట్రైబ్స్ కి సంబంధించి we have a certain criteria. Basing on that and criteria scheduled tribes అని ఒక పర్టికులర్ కమ్యూనిటీని స్కెడ్యూల్డ్ ట్రైబ్ గా రికగ్నైజ్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, సో క్రైటీరియా ఫర్ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ పర్టికులర్లీ వాళ్ళని అంటే వీళ్ళలో ఇంకా మోస్ట్ బ్యాక్వర్డ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళని ఎట్లా గుర్తుపట్టాలి అనే దాని గురించి there is a criteria, there is a method how to determine or how to identify PVTG groups. Okay, let us see that. Pre-agriculture level technology అంటే వాళ్ళ అగ్రికల్చర్ ప్రాసెస్ లో వెరీ ఓల్డ్ కన్వెన్షనల్ లెవెల్ టెక్నాలజీ లేకుండా ఓకే ప్రీ అగ్రికల్చర్ లెవెల్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ ని చేస్తుంటే అదొక ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్. సెకండ్, లో లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ లిటరసీ. ఓకే, లో లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ లిటరసీ. థర్డ్ వన్, economic backwardness. Obviously, always the reason will be economic backwardness. Next, a declining or stagnant population. అంటే వాళ్ళ population అనేది decline అవుతుంది. That is one. Declining population, economic backwardness, low level literacy, pre-agriculture level of technology. ఈ 4 క్రైటీరియాని బేస్ చేసుకొని ఒక స్కెడ్యూల్డ్ ట్రైబ్ని పర్టికులర్లీ వల్నరబుల్ ట్రైబుల్గా గుర్తిస్తారు. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ద PVTG groups of scheduled tribes. Next, world's most popular leader with an approval rating of 78%. So the Prime Minister of India, that is Narendra Modi, became the world's most popular leader according to a survey conducted by US-based consulting firm Morning Consult. Okay, so almost 22 global leaders ni ratings ni teeste our Prime Minister was in the first place. Okay, second vachi Mexican president, third vachi Swiss president. Okay, that is a ranking given by the US based consulting firm called as Morning Consult. Next, World Cancer Day. This is February 4th. Okay, so during February 4th in the 2000 they have taken this decision at the World Conference of Cancer at Paris and France జరిగినప్పుడు World Cancer Day ni conduct చేయాలని they have taken the decision. So every year February 4th will be a World Cancer Day. We know recent days how prevalent is the cancer. Okay, whether it could be men or women, the prevalence of the cancer in today's generation has been increased. So the public and of whatever the age group, they must know, they must be aware of different types of the cancers that are prevalent out. Okay, so that early diagnosis will definitely prevent from the death. Early diagnosis and early treatment and care will definitely prevent them from the death. So that is what they wanted to enhance the awareness among the public regarding the increasing cancer cases. Okay, theme, close the care gap. Okay, close the care gap is the theme for this year. Next, Saint Ravidas. So Saint Ravidas 646 birth anniversary. Okay, let us know about who is this Saint Ravidas. Okay, his guru is Kabir. Okay, Saint Ravidas guru is Kabir. Recently the Prime Minister has addressed the 646th birth anniversary of Saint Ravidas. So he is a great poet, social reformer and a spiritual guru or spiritual person. Okay, spiritual person. He is known as Raidas, Rohidas, Ruhidas. He is also bit called as. Ante atani Ravidas e kaadu, Raidas, Rohidas, Ruhidas అని కూడా పిలుస్తారు. And his guru is Kabir. Kabir is his guru. Okay, and he was a mystic poet, saint of Bhakti movement from 15th to 16th century. Actually, Bhakti movement was very much prevalent in India. South India and North India. In both the ways, there is a Bhakti movement, okay, that has taken during the medieval period of time. A period of time lo, there are so many Bhakti saints popularized. Okay, not only the mysticism or the poetics, they also taken a lead for the social reform of the society. And they are not only confined to a spiritual process or spiritual growth or bhakti ane kaadu, they also intervened with the social reformers. With their bhakti movement, with their great poems, they wanted to bring the social reform in the society. By their poems, they wanted to bring the social. They have ignited the people. They have encouraged the people, inspired the people by their poems about the social reformings that we happened in the society. Next, Indian Energy Week. So this is to be for 3 days, 6 to 8, and Bengaluru at Karnataka it is going to be held. Okay, mainly what the energy transition that is taking place in India. We know that India, as I said that in the 2021 COP26 Glasgow Summit lo, what is our agenda? Okay, India determined contributions by 2070 we wanted to make India a zero contributor of the carbon. And complete by 2070 there will be a zero carbon emission from our country. Yes or no? That is a we have taken the agenda to complete this, right? So as a process of that, to achieve that, the government of India has taken many measures in its policy. Like we wanted to shift the energy sector of this country, right? We know we depend more on fossil fuels. We depend more on the imports, right? For the petrol and oil, we depend on the more imports, right? And that fossil fuels definitely increase the global climate, okay? Global climate change, they take place because of these fossil fuels. And according to our agenda and our setup of goals, we need to go for a transition of our energy sector. We have to move from the fossil fuel energy to our green energy. We wanted to replace, right? We want to replace the fossil energy with a green energy. Like recently, hydrogen fuel they have started using. So hydrogen being a very available, most available in the universe, hydrogen element, but it is not available in the nature as it is. So we depend on natural gas and other biofuels for generating the hydrogen energy. So we are taking solar energy. So we are taking, these are all called as a green energies, and the government is changing its policy transition from fossil to green energy. So as a process of this, okay, so 3 days they are conducting an India Energy Week to showcase like how India is going for a transition from fossil fuel to green energy. Like what are the policy formulations that they have done so far, and what are the changes they brought, and what they wanted to make in the coming days. Ivanni gurinchi kuda they wanted to make a showcase of Energy Week for 3 days at Karnataka in Bengaluru. Okay, so let us see few of that. Okay, what are the main themes of that particular 3-day event and matram chuddam. First thing, complete 20% ethanol blending by 2025. Ante enti petrol toti they are going to mix with ante kada ethanol blending ante kada they are going to mix with ethanol. Eppadi varaku ante by 2025 20% ethanol blending with petrol anedi jaragali. That is one thing. Eppadi varaki by 2025. Right, by 2025. Inke initiatives emunnayi chuddam. They wanted to go for a rally. This mainly to raise awareness. Ante inti green energy ni use chestunnatuvanti vehicles meeda rally chestu prajallo they wanted to bring the awareness about the shift happening in our fuels. Adokati. Next, unbottled initiative of Indian oil. Ante inti LPG workers avvachu lekapothe oil sector lo panchestunnatuvanti workers avvachu. They wanted to use a recycled textile like polyesters and recycled చేసినటువంటి textiles అవ్వచ్చు, recycled material తోటి they wanted to supply the uniform codes అన్నమాట. That is unbottled initiative of Indian oil. అంటే PET bottles ఉంటాయి కదా, that recycling అని. Next, twin cooktop of Indian solar system. మనకు domestic households లో 2 types of twin cooktop అంటే ఏంటి, they can use for the solar energy లేదా ఏదైనా auxiliary energy sources. అట్లా ట్విన్ కుక్ టాప్ ఇండోర్ సోలార్ కుకింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ని దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బ్రింగ్ అవుట్. ఓకే, ట్విన్ కుక్ టాప్ అంటే సోలార్ ఎనర్జీని యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ వీ కెన్ ఆల్సో గో ఫర్ అదర్ ఆక్సిలరీ ఎనర్జీ సోర్సెస్. సో ఇట్లాగ ఏమవుతుందంటే వీఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు స్విఫ్ట్ slowly from the people mindset that we have to convert into a solar energy. Okay, so E20 fuel is nothing but blending of ethanol with your petrol. How much? 20%. E20 is nothing but 20%. These are the green energy or weak initiatives. Next news is about Assam. This is going to host first Youth 20 Inception Meeting 2023 from 6th February to 8th 2023 at Guwahati. Remember, just first Youth 20 Inception Meeting of 2023. Okay. So what's happened in this is, so we know that India is going to going for the presidency of G20 okay, and all the delegates from all international countries are going to come for this first Youth Inception Meeting 2023. Okay, they wanted to highlight the potential of the youth in achieving few objectives. So that is the main aim of this program. So almost 150 youth delegates of the world are going to attend for this meeting, and students and youth will get a place to discuss their opinions and all in this first meeting. foundation stone to South India's first industrial corridor project. So South India's first industrial corridor project. Okay, మనకి యాక్చువల్లీ చెన్నై బెంగళూరు ఇండస్ట్రియల్ కారిడార్ ఉంది, రైట్? చెన్నై బెంగళూరు ఇండస్ట్రియల్ కారిడార్. అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్, ఐ మీన్ దిస్ తుముకూరు ఇండస్ట్రియల్ టౌన్షిప్ అనేది దిస్ కమ్స్ అండర్ చెన్నై బెంగళూరు ఇండస్ట్రియల్ కారిడార్ లోనే. లెట్ us see what are that. See, యాక్చువల్లీ మనకు చెన్నై బెంగళూరు ఇండస్ట్రియల్, ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ కారిడార్ తమిళనాడు, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, కర్ణాటక ఈ 3 స్టేట్స్ ని కవర్ చేస్తుంది, రైట్? ఇది కంప్లీట్గా ఎవరు ఫండ్ చేస్తుందంటే జపాన్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ కోఆపరేషన్ ఎనర్జీ అనేది ఫండింగ్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, మనకు చెన్నై బెంగళూరు ఇండస్ట్రియల్ కారిడార్ డెవలప్మెంట్లో ఇండస్ట్రియల్ టౌన్షిప్ని 3 ప్లేసెస్లో 3 నోడ్స్లో డెవలప్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు. ఒకటి ఇండస్ట్రియల్ టౌన్షిప్స్ని, రైట్? కృష్ణపట్టణం ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, తుమకూరు కర్ణాటక, పొన్నేరి తమిళనాడు. ఈ 3 ప్లేసెస్లో ఇండస్ట్రియల్ టౌన్షిప్స్ని డెవలప్ చేస్తారు. సో యాజ్ అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ దట్ తుముకూరులో ఇప్పుడు రీసెంట్గా స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. That is the current issue. See here, so South India's first industrial corridor project at Tumukuru Industrial Township, Karnataka. So, this project valla emotundante 88,000 people are going to get employment opportunity because of this, and it is going to attract the investment of about 7,000 crores by this project. Okay, industrial project. Okay. So these are the current affairs of today's session.